What's going on? Welcome to the Nightly Painting Studio. My name's Corbin, and it is good to be with you this Tuesday night, November 12th. It's good to be here. Thanks for joining in, whether you are joining right now or you are watching this live stream after the fact. Whenever and wherever you are joining us, I'm really glad that you're here. My whole goal is to encourage, equip, and inspire you to be the best hobbyist that you can possibly be. And so I hope this live stream accomplishes that. We're going to be continuing to dive into my current project, which is the Hivestorm Kill Team Box that has just come out recently from Games Workshop. So if you are into Warhammer already, or if you're new to the hobby, hopefully this is entertaining for you, but also maybe you learn a couple of things, see how my workflow goes. Right now I'm just getting everything assembled and ready to go, but eventually we'll be moving on to painting these, and you'll be able to see even more of my workflow then. So I've been enjoying the project so far. I've got the Tempestus Aquilons done, and they were actually really fun to put together. First time I put Imperial Guard style models together, and they went together really well. So the Vespid, honestly, they're incredibly well sculpted. Everything goes together very easily. The parts are well thought out, but the mold lines are atrocious. So if you don't really care about that, then you're good. But if you're meticulous about mold lines like I am, then they've been a little more of a pain to put together, a bit more of a slog. So I'm going to be continuing to work on those tonight. And just answering questions, getting feedback from you guys. I want to know what you're working on. So whether you are watching this live with me or you are tuning in after the fact, drop a comment in the live chat or type a comment in on this video. Let me know what you're working on. I would love to hear about your current projects. Maybe you're working on Hivestorm like me. Maybe you are doing 40K. Maybe you're doing AOS. I'd love to hear about it all. So the other thing I just want to mention, and I already threw it in the live chat, is that we have a Discord here at Nightly Painting Studio, and it is meant for hobbyists of all kinds. So whether you are just getting started with the hobby, I know we've got a lot of people coming in with Space Marine 2 right now, which is awesome. So if you're new, then this is a great place to get started. Always happy to answer questions. Or if you're experienced and you just want to share your work and be involved in a community that is encouraging and uplifting, and honestly, we've had a very wide range of people that have joined the Discord, and people whose interests range and vary quite a bit as well. There's a lot of 3D printing content on there. There has been, painting, modeling, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to see all the different people that are on that Discord really starting to engage. And thank you to all of you who already are on that, if you're watching this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the desk view here, get started working on these Vespids, and we'll go from there. But if you got questions as you jump in, just go ahead and type those in the live chat or in the comments, and I will answer them. So, all right, let's jump over to the desk and get going. here. So I've got here at the top the 4 Vespids that I have already built. So there's one. I've got the heads blue tacked on because I'm just not 100% sure exactly what I'm doing with them yet. I have some 3D printed heads from one of our awesome people on the Discord, Phlogiston. And I'm trying to find how they're going to connect and how they're going to sit right, because they're definitely not the connection points aren't really flush for the way the plastic is modeled. These heads were definitely modeled for non-GW models, but I'm going to try my best to figure out how to get them to work. So there's that. So we have a headless rail rifle guy here. It's pretty cool. We have the shade strain. And just a regular old dude. So I already have one guy that the mold lines are cleaned off, so I'm going to go ahead and build this one, and then we will move on to the flame guy and our little Overwatch drone guy, whatever he's actually called. So okay, so we'll go ahead and grab the bases. A couple of these. Okay. A lot of times what I do before I get the positioning 100% down for where I want these minis on the bases, I will take a little bit of this blue tack, and I'll just stick it at a couple of points on the base, and I'll stick that there, and that kind of gives me at least a little bit of something to hold on to. So with these Vespid, we have the main body, we have a couple of leg pieces, a couple of arm pieces. There's another body piece here, and then you've got the arms, and they just have little socket points that are not hard for these to really latch onto, and for you to get them in the right position. So that is one really nice thing about them. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling on this. As you jump in to the stream, let me know where you're at and what you're working on today. I'm going to be using some of this Tamiya cement, plastic cement. I have 2 types. I have the regular kind, and then I also have the thin. Just different tools for different reasons. So I'm going to be using this just to really get a good bond on these plastic to plastic pieces. So all right, let's see here. So the longer leg goes on this side. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. So as you join in on the video, let me know if assembling the miniatures is something that you really enjoy, or if it is like a chore and it's something you could do without. Let me know what you think. I'm always interested in which parts of the hobby really appeal to people. And I know there's a lot of different parts and a lot of different things appeal to a lot of different people, but hobby. There's always something to do, that's for sure. So now we're gonna put this on here. And then we've got this little front carapace piece here. It's gonna go right there. Okay. And for this part, I'm gonna put the glue here on the arm area, where that part is gonna slot in, and then I'm also going to put it on that little secondary arm. Okay, let's go in there, and then glue on this part. So I have to say that when they first started, I guess it was a number of years ago, and they first started coming out with all of the monopose kits, I was a little sad because I grew up in the age of Warhammer where you know, your tactical marines and stuff had all of the posability, and you could literally make them however you wanted to, and it was just a good time early on in the hobby to be a part of the hobby. That has definitely changed, but the quality of the miniatures has gotten much better, which is nice. So, okay, so there's that guy built and put together, apart from the head. Now we have our little Overwatch drone. So, obviously, if you're a kid, or, you know, younger, on the younger side of things, or, you know, or just an adult and you're clumsy like me, be careful when using an X-Acto knife. But this is my favorite tool for cleaning up mold lines. A lot of miniatures. Doesn't even have to be particularly sharp to work for this roll. Kind of want a sharp one for the nubs and stuff that where it attaches to the sprue, but for the mold lines themselves, I know even a lot of people use they'll use the back side of the knife. And they'll just kind of run that over the mold lines. I don't find that it works much differently, to be honest, and honestly, once you get good at the sharp end of the X-Acto, I feel like it is guy is a lot easier than the Vespid to clean. Being two pieces probably helps with that though. Yeah, so basically I'll just go in and I'll scrape these off, and then, you know, if there's any left over, I'll just kind of run over it with my finger or fingernail, just to pull that excess plastic off. When you spend so much money on these models, it is a pet peeve of mine to leave for myself, I don't care what other people do, but for myself, to leave the mold lines on such nice miniatures is really tough. It bothers me to no end if I find a mold line on already finished. Okay, so this little guy is just gonna go right on there. Like this little guy. It's pretty cool. I think the idea of there being like a little watcher drone is actually pretty neat. Okay, it is on the 25 millimeter, so it's going to be on the teeny base here. Teeny base. Yep. Pretty cool. I'll definitely be painting the drone in my Farsight colors. Okay. Alright, so this isn't going to be nearly as fast, but you can kind of see that I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take off that little nub that was there. Always good to at least get those. If you're not going to get the mold lines, at least get the little nubs. Then I'm just going to really quickly go through, go over, get as much of these mold lines as possible. Just going to come in and shave that down. Smooth it out with the blade. Welcome if you're joining us. You can go ahead and drop in the chat where you're coming from, what your name is. If you want to provide that, that's fine. I just always like enjoying figuring out where people are coming from and where they're joining from. So if you want to let me know where you're joining from and what your current hobby project is, I'd love to know what you're working on right now. I'm working on these Vespids. I was able to go to my local Kill Team night last week on Friday, which was pretty fun. There's a guy there that was kind enough, his name was Steven, to teach me a learning game. I live here in Ocala, Florida, and we have this awesome game store called Warpfire Minis. They're a huge online retailer as well for 40K stuff, and there's a good community. They were having a tournament the next day. I didn't do that with maybe 2 games under my belt. I just didn't feel confident enough for that, but yeah, maybe one day. Not a super competitive player, but do enjoy putting my minis on the battlefield. So anybody joining the stream right now into Kill Team? Maybe you're 40K people who are Vespid curious. I found that just kind of twisting and turning the parts around like this when you're shaping the mold lines, like, just really makes this process a lot easier. Hey, what's up, Whammy Time? Welcome to the stream. What you working on tonight? This part, and good. Whammy Time is working on a few things. He's finishing up Terminators and working on finishing up Aggressors and Jump Pack Intercessors. Nice. You got a Crusade game on Saturday. Nice. I think Crusade is awesome. I have toyed around with creating a crusade setting that is original that people could use. People on our channel and on the Discord could take and run with. Just kind of having like a general, like, why is each faction here? So if that's something that would be interesting to anybody, you can definitely make a thread for it on the Discord. So, having fun with a lot of friends, nice. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how you have to do Crusade. You gotta like know a lot of the people that are in it. I've been a part of one at a local game store, and if the crew's not really dedicated, it tends to just fizzle out. And you don't really have any conclusions to your hard-fought storylines. Phase 2, everybody has about 15 games each. Nice. That's pretty good. Are you using your, because you're doing Templars for your Space Marines, right? So are you using them for the Crusade as well? Do you have a different force that you're using for that? Because Grey Knight, Black Templars on Crusade just makes it makes sense. It's what they do. Always be crusading. Let's go. I've got a Black Templars Angels of Death kill team in the making right now. Just a lot of conversion work going on. Using some of the Sterngard veteran bodies and Swordbro bits and all kinds of stuff. Whammy Time says he bought some new paints from Pro Acryl and liking them. Nice. I have not tried Pro Acryl yet, but I've heard such good things. Just currently have the paints that I need, so I just haven't really been buying any paint. Sorry, I'm realizing I'm off the screen here. I know scraping mold lines is not the most interesting thing in the world, but reality is that not everything that we do as part of this hobby is always going to be glamorous. In this case, it's certainly not. But, oh yeah, still an important part of the hobby, for sure. And you know, I think, you know, even in even in the videos that, you know, I'm have made and am making, I realize that, you know, a lot of the YouTube videos that you see out there, they just blaze right on by stuff like this, because it really isn't all that interesting to watch necessarily, especially when, you know, you want to have a short tutorial video or something like that. But it's a very important part of preparing your miniatures, because like I said earlier, like, you pay all this money for these models, and then they've got these big stupid looking lines running down the center of parts, and for me, I know some people just really don't care all that much. Doesn't bother them, but it bothers me. Because then I just see it and I'm like, I could have put just that little bit more effort in and gotten that better result. And I think it's important to improve your painting as you go along. Not every project has to be one where you improve or try something new or whatever. And especially if you're working on an army, like, settle on your scheme and make sure you are able to, you know, paint it the same way 2 years down the line if you needed to, if a new unit comes out, or you want to add more stuff to the force. But, like, yeah. Yeah, Whammy, I hear you. Like, honestly, just a lot of the Space Marine range in general has worse mold lines, especially when they put them right down the middle of the leg armor. That one always baffles me. Gravis armor, though, it definitely has a lot. I think the Aggressors are one of the older Gravis armor kits. They may have been the first. So that might also be a contributing factor to the mold lines on that specific kit being bad. Okay. Leave that piece, those wings, for now. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this body together, and then while I'm waiting on it to kind of dry a little bit, I'll go back and do the wings. Okay, there's that. Yeah, that was they were some of the first Primaris kits to come out then. That was about the time I got back into the hobby. 2017 mark. Cool. There's our guy. Kind of start to settle in there. You have to be really careful when they only have the 1 foot that they're stepping on. Wrong shoulder. Alright. Whammy Time asks, what do I think of the new Kill Team starter set? Yeah, so I'm guessing you're mentioning the one that has the 2 teams and the MDF terrain, and I think it's the Angels of Death and the Plague Marine team. I like it. I think it's good. Part of me wonders if maybe the Hivestorm sales weren't quite what they were hoping for, and so they needed to release the starter kit, or maybe it was intended to be like that all along. It felt very close to when the new edition of Kill Team dropped, and maybe that was intentional, but I think a lot of people bought Hivestorm. Maybe I'm just clueless, but I think a lot of people bought Hivestorm, and so to come out with another starter kit for the game just a few weeks later baffles me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I like it. It's fine. I think it's good value, which is rare for Games Workshop. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks the timing was a little weird. I'm like, I just spent money on this. Why am I going to go buy 2 more teams? I haven't even finished building the ones that I've got here. And it's not an everyone problem. It's definitely definitely a slow hobbyist problem. But yeah, despite all that, I think it was a good. I think it's a good box. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I don't have the heads on them quite yet, but. Alright, gotta figure out which one I'm gonna build next. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, the Nurgle sculpts are always really nice. I have to give them credit. Okay. We'll do these guys. So something that I found over the years is when you have your clippers, don't clip right next to the part. Clip just ever so slightly out from it. That's gonna make sure that your the little tabs that attach to the part, it's going to make sure you can just scrape those away really neatly and not have any big issues. So. I have to say, I actually prefer the tactical rocks to the flight stands. See, we have a fair number of people watching right now. If you will drop in the chat what you're working on and where you're joining the stream from, that'd be awesome. Love to get to know you a little bit. Yeah, they really do. They really have a lot going for them. I mean, here's the shade string. If I can get him to. The minis are very nice. Very nice. Again, just grab a base here. This base off. So Whammy, what's your favorite part about painting your Black Templars? Is there a stage of the painting that you just really enjoy? Anybody in the chat, feel free to drop the answer to that question about your own force. Is there something in particular about the project that you're currently working on that you really enjoy? Those feet. So I played, finally was able to get Space Marine 2, played it. Very good game. Feels modern, but also classic in all the right ways. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I will only have a few of these guys left when I'm done with the stream here in a few. BRB, alright. I think what I'm going to do is finish assembling these guys tomorrow, and then on Thursday when I stream, what I can do is show you guys my basing process, which is very general basing process for any of my armies right now or forces right now that I don't have like a super specific thing to do on. And honestly, it needs to look good, but it's really there to set up the mini to look great. So I tend not to overdo my bases. Just getting these mold lines off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome as you're joining our stream. If you'll just let me know where you are tuning in from and what your project is that you're working on right now in the hobby. I'm working on these, I'm working on keeping myself in the frame here, but I'm working on these Vespids from the Kill Team Hivestorm Box. So we'll just take the opportunity to say again, we have a Discord and you should be on it. This is always a tough thing. So you can see down in there that there's a mold line. What I'm gonna have to do is kind of just cut it off, just very lightly. Just take that off. Chop that tab off, and then we're going to smooth that little piece that's left. These get really monotonous after a while. Okay, so there's that part done. one more part on this guy. Thank you to those of you still watching. Like I said earlier on this stream, I know that this is not the most glamorous or exciting thing, but it is real life in the hobby. And I think that is worth showing. Some days, you're just gonna have a day where all you can do is sit down and build something, maybe part of something. If you're anything like me, by the time I sit down to do this type of stuff every night, it's like normally 9:30 or later, and so I think just having the time and making the space, but also being realistic about what you can do and what you can accomplish and get done. Really is big. So what's up, Dancer? Welcome to the live stream. Funky tunes, yeah. Need to find some nice lo-fi type of beats. What are you working on tonight for the hobby, Danzer? Oh yeah, for sure. That's honestly, it's part of why I wanted to do this, and make these streams for you guys, because I really enjoy being able to paint when I could just hear some good music and chat with somebody or whatever it is, And Immortal. Oh, nice. Some Necrons. This is right. Did I not pick the right arms for this? not pick the right arms for that. Rats. 670. Apparently I'm tired, y'all. There we go. Like, these aren't going on correctly. What's going on? Second is we are going to put this guy's foot on this rock. Let that sit for a second. Okay, popping back to the chat here. Like the Necron designs, or at least half of the options. Not a big fan of the bug parts. We'll probably give the bug red eyes instead of green. Oh yeah, yeah, I get that. You talking about like the scarabs and stuff? I can see that. They're kind of like, you know, space undead. Scarabs, spiders, yeah. Even the wraiths kind of look insectoid to me in a lot of ways. Yeah, I've done some Necrons over the years. I have some more warriors to paint, and probably need to diversify a little bit. Having some immortals, having some Lichguard and Triarch Praetorians and all those guys would be nice. So because I have like I have a bunch of warriors. I have what's the big destroyer guy? The Scorpec Lord. Have him painted up. I have this squad of Scorpecs done. Did the Void Dragon. Yeah, their neat faction, their overhaul a few years ago was really good for them. Oh yeah, the Hexmark Destroyers, those guys were awesome. Psycho, basically it's like a psycho robot gunslinger guy. 6 eyes and 6 guns. One of them will find you. Yeah, they're a pretty cool unit. No idea what they do in game, but the actual unit itself is really neat. What's the paint scheme for your Necrons? Is it the classic silver, or did you go with something else? There's that. Black base color Necron green weapons. Nice. Like it. I did mine as the Sautek. No. The Zarakan Dynasty colors, so it's kind of that like bronzy gold color with blue-green weapon glow and eyes and all that kind of stuff. There we go. That's a much better fit. Well, hey man, I'll throw this out there. If you'd like to show off any of the photos of your Necrons, you can throw them up in our Discord. I will post a link here in just a second. Would love for you to pop on over there and join that, so I can keep up with the progress that you're making on your army and cheer you on. So, and yeah, I think the search for a good Nightbringer proxy is something that a lot of Necron players are interested in right now. There's that guy. Whoa. There you go. Pop that link in the chat so you can join up and hang out there. Okay. Yeah, so made some good progress tonight. I think if I can do this again tomorrow, I will have these guys ready to rock, and I will do some basing on Thursday for the next live stream. Yeah, there's those three built, except for their heads. Still figuring out what to do about those. So I have these cool 3D printed ones, but they just don't quite sit on the neck right. So I just got to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. So whether I'm gonna use them or not. But all right, I will be right back. I'm gonna pop back over to the face cam. All right. Well, hey, this has been a fun stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Like I just said, we have a Discord that is made just for hobbyists like you. It's where we encourage each other to just keep going, keep working on stuff. It is hard enough as it is to get motivated to do this stuff sometimes. And so having a community at your back that is cheering you on, encouraging you to continue in your projects, is what we're doing over there on Discord. And if that sounds good to you, go ahead and follow that link. You can find it either in the live chat, or you can go over to the YouTube profile and it's in there as well. Also, if you have any interest, I have a lot of other socials. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I would very much appreciate a subscribe from any of you who are watching or watching this in the future. It really helps me just continue to stay motivated to do this for you all. I really do enjoy hanging out with y'all, and I'm trying to put out some more long form, more tutorial style content. So I would love to continue to be able to do that. And your subscriptions and your likes and your comments and stuff are just it's just fuel on the fire for me to keep bringing this content to you. So all of that is very much appreciated. Plus, when you subscribe and all that, it just helps the channel out and helps you get more content like this. So yeah, for now, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, my name's Corbin. This is the Nightly Painting Studio, and my entire goal is to encourage, equip, and inspire you to be the best hobbyist that you can be. So hopefully tonight has provided value to you and has made you a better hobbyist. Picked up a quick tip or got some encouragement along the way. So I will see you all on Thursday this week. We'll do another live stream and see if I can't get some basing put on these two kill teams. So I will see you then, and I'll see you in the Discord. Until then, peace.